Hey yo, hello everybody, it's me the Brick, and today I'm back with another video. I'll be reviewing set 71755, Temple of the Endless Sea. And this set is actually branded under the Ninjago Seabound. And this set includes 1060 pieces. It also retails for $100 in America, €100 in Europe, and 90 British pounds in UK. The set also includes 7 minifigures, which is quite a big amount and pretty reasonable for the price point. So now that we got all of this stuff out of the way, let's get straight into it. In this set, you actually receive 9 bags of pieces, which is actually the same amount that Leon the Bounty has. That set is obviously way more expensive, so that's pretty surprising. But yeah, getting some really awesome parts in here. Here's the first minifigure of this set, this being the Scuba Kai. If you still don't know, this suit is actually not canon to the show, saying goes for gold, but actually I just really love the leg and torso printing. I think they look absolutely beautiful. They are very detailed as well, and there's also the new helmet for of these Hydro Ninjas have. It's actually dual molded as well. Also, something very cool is how big those Scuba Ninja minifigures actually are. Here we have the comparison against the Legacy Kai, and you can just see what is a very big size difference, at least I would consider it to be. And if you still don't know, this oxygen tank, or whatever you wanna call that piece, it's actually shaped in a very odd way, so actually it attaches to the legs as well as the torso, which is actually pretty unique, I must say. So here we have the Energy Dia, as most of people call it, and this looks absolutely stunning, but personally I have a problem with this figure, which is that it doesn't look like nothing in the show, because in the actual finale of the season, the whole minifigure is transparent, and it also has her normal Ninjago movie hairpiece. Also, that face print looks like Pixel, to be fair, at least more than Dia. Well, personally I just don't really think it's that recognizable that this minifigure is Dia. But yeah, if you don't mind the accuracy, it looks absolutely beautiful, and also I really love that ghost piece, or whatever you wanna call it, which was actually introduced with Hidden Side last year, I believe. And yeah, overall, it's just a very stunning minifigure. I just wish it was a bit more accurate. Here we got Bentomar, and he is exclusive to this set, and overall I'm just very thankful we're actually getting him in the minifigure form. I was actually really afraid that isn't going to happen, and he's just such a nice, lovable character in the show, so I'm just really satisfied that we are actually getting him with this set wave. Also, the thing you will notice is probably that Joker hairpiece from Lego Batman movie, but this time it's in black, which is so far exclusive to this character. And yeah, overall, just look, all of that printing to the whole figure is just so detailed and looks absolutely stunning. Also, at the back you can fit his staff, and yeah, it's just an amazing minifigure overall. Here's the Marine Guard, and you actually get 2 of them in this set, which is very cool. Definitely nice thing to army build some of those figures. And yeah, as I said in the Land Bounty review, this minifigure is absolutely stunning. As you guys probably know, I'm a huge fan of Lego teal colors, so just can't explain how much I like this color scheme that those figures have going on. And if you still don't know, this snake headpiece actually isn't new. It has been actually introduced back in 2019 with General Char and Pyro Viper minifigures, so just that you know if you didn't already. So here we have Gluttonous, hopefully I pronounced that right, but either way, as we probably know with Ninjago, here and there will be villains that will be using those spider bodies or whatever you wanna call them for the legs. Obviously this is one of them. Personally, I actually think it does look very cool, and also the torso printing is obviously exclusive. This figure is actually very different from what other figures have, so it's definitely very cool. And yeah, overall it's just a pretty interesting minifigure for sure. Maybe it's a bit too odd in a way, but that's pretty much up to you, I would say. Here's the Prince Kalmar, and he looks absolutely stunning. And surprisingly enough, it's actually a fairly common minifigure because it appears in 3 sets from this wave, which are obviously the Hydro Bounty, the Temple of Endless Sea, as well as the Water Dragon. Also, I really love the colors used on this minifigure. I just really love the purple color scheme, which is very awesome, and those steel highlights are also very appreciated. I think they actually look very awesome, and they definitely do add a lot to the overall color scheme of the minifigure. Also, something that I noticed is actually that this minifigure has the armor piece, and from what I can tell in the show, he doesn't have it, only his father does, but I actually could be wrong about that. And obviously the brand new headpiece is very amazing as well. So here we got the actual temple build. And as you can see, it does look very fancy. When I first heard about the rumor for this set, I thought it's gonna be like way more bulky, but as you can see, it's built in a few separate parts, which is actually really cool. I really like the aesthetic of it, and as you can see, it can actually be separated to few different parts. And because of that, you can just have tons of fun with rearranging all of the things. There's another option that I did where you have like the bigger buildings at the middle and the smaller ones on the sides. Or you can maybe have like the biggest building on the left and the smallest one on the right. I mean, it's pretty much up to you. I'm just saying you can do tons of stuff with it. And also, if you're rich enough, if you can get like at least one more copy of this set, you can literally expand this something absolutely crazy. Here is the biggest part of the temple, which is pretty much the main build of this set, and it looks absolutely stunning, especially with all those steel colors. It just looks so awesome. And I'm just big fan of what I see with this color scheme. Also, the staircase really reminds me of Temple of Madness, which is also really cool. And yeah, I just really love all the details that are put into this build. It's also giving me those Atlantis vibes a bit, which is also very cool. And at the back you actually have the storm amulet, which is pretty cool as well. And actually there's a feature where you can actually pull this thing. Just a second, let me turn the build to actually show you how it looks, and actually the spears can come out, fight the enemies, which is pretty cool, I guess. Also, something that I really love about the exterior are those pieces which are actually the Metal Beard's beard from the Lego movie series, so I really like that. Also, here's this pretty cool disc shooter, which I haven't seen one in a while, so I like seeing it again, and obviously it can shoot those 2x2 round tiles pretty far. Here is the second biggest part of the temple, which is this Watchtower, which can actually also be a prison. And yeah, as you can see, it just really looks very nice. I also really love all those special pieces in the teal color. And yeah, overall, it just has a really cool design to it. And you can also shoot that spring-loaded shooter, obviously, that flies pretty far. And yeah, it just really has a really cool design to it. At the back, here's the jail cell. And you can open the door, which actually can fit one minifigure. So that is pretty cool thing that can add quite a lot to playability if you obviously care about it. And there's also a feature where you can actually escape the prison by turning the piece, and then the whole door area flies off. Here is another part of the main build, which is this really small attachment to the overall temple, but it still does look very nice. I just really love these simple building techniques on this one. And yeah, at the back you kind of have some potions and stuff, I guess, and you have this tile which is actually a sticker. And here we got another small build, and actually, obviously, as you can see, this one has this giant shell, and you can actually open its mouth by pushing that piece, and actually that reveals this really cool pearl piece. And actually, this is the fishbowl piece that is actually also being used for Mysterio with the Marvel Superheroes line. So I guess that's the last actual part of the temple, and personally I don't even know how to call it, but it's giving me some low-key strong Atlantis vibes. I don't know, it just really reminds me of this theme so much, especially with those weapon pieces. And yeah, it just really has that pretty cool design, which is also very nostalgic, I wanna say. And yeah, you also have this splash of teal here, which is also really cool. So here's Sky's pretty adorable submarine, and actually this is the exact same build that other three submarines have. For the comparison, here we have two from the Hydro Bounty, and the only difference between those are the weapon pieces at the front. But as you can see, it just has a really adorable design to it. It's obviously rocking that boulder blaster canopy piece, which is also really cool. At the interior, there's nothing much going on, obviously. And at the back, you have fan that you can actually spin. And yes, after all those years, it's still really fun feature that Lego sets have. Here we actually have a brand new piece for the Stingray, which actually also appears in the Land Bounty and might also appear in some other Seabound sets, but I'm not sure. And as you can see, it has just absolutely stunning printing all over the piece. And yeah, even the mold for the piece is just so really beautiful. And I'm just glad we are getting more and more of this piece in these sets. So the last build we're gonna take a look at in this review is the Vojira, and actually I think it's a very underrated part of this set. People don't really seem to like it, but to be fair, it definitely does look better in person. And here's the comparison next to the minifigure. So here we got the tail era of Vojira, and actually it does look surprisingly good. And actually the tail can spin in all sorts of directions. It's obviously on that very big ball joint. Then those two stickers are actually those two pieces are stickers. And I'm saying this for the millionth time, but I really love the color scheme. And also you have those really small, kinda cute wings, and yeah, those can rotate as well. And you can see I just broke the entire thing. On the front of Vojira, you have those really cool pieces that were introduced last year in this really cool light 10 coloring. And you also got the amulet of the sea, which also looks very stunning as well. So here we have the head era of the Vojira, which actually does look very stunning. And actually those three pieces at the neck are actually stickers. And I also really love the color piece in teal that looks very cool here. And then you actually have those two iconic horse to the Vojira, and you have the reuse of the Overlord Dragon head, but it has some new printing. And actually you can also open the mouth in a pretty interesting way. There's a pretty high chance you're also probably wondering, can Vojira actually put the minifigure in her mouth? Well, in theory it can. It doesn't really look so satisfying, but maybe if I try to push it a bit further, I don't know. Oh, well, yeah, I guess it doesn't work. In this set, you also receive tons of different extra pieces. Obviously, none of them is really special, but I think for the size of this set, you get a pretty thankful amount of them. So, in my opinion, this is an absolutely perfect set. Actually, my favorite set of this Lego Ninjago 2021 Summer Wave. Pretty much has anything you can ask for. Really good minifigure selection, an awesome build that's stunning in every way, added new colors and pieces in general, which are gonna be just so useful with mock building. I think a lot of people will even get this set for that. I think this set is also gonna attract the people who are fans of the Atlantis team back in the day and might not even like Ninjago at all. I think all of the Lego fans can appreciate this set in their own way. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. That's pretty much nothing I would change. Maybe something I would do, except one thing, and that is actually instead of the Van Rhaegar minifigure, I would actually include their general who actually has yellowish green markings instead of teal. I think that would be just really cool to see in the minifigure form. But still, it's not the end of the world by any means. If you enjoyed this review, I would highly appreciate a like. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. You had ready. Have a great day. Bye.